Let's dive into the Browns-Saints matchup and see what it's hard to get a handle on the Saints because they're 5 wins, but this is for first place for them. If they win, they're in first place.
Yeah, they suck.
In the NFC.
I mean,
the whole
suck.
division does.
The
fact of
sucks.
the matter is, you talk about playing meaningful games. This game means way more to the Saints than it does to the Browns.
Isn't it funny how they are, like, all of the teams in that division are simultaneously, like, trying to win their division and tanking? They're tanking, and you don't know who's going to win. It seems
it's still in play for them to either win the division and host a playoff game,
or get the first pick in the draft.
Wow, mind blown.
It is. Yeah, that's a heck of a division.
Yeah, it is. It's bizarre. The Browns would be in first place in that division.
They're in that middling state where you just got rid of, like, when you lose your quarterback, a franchise dude, there's always that in-between time.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you go through a divorce and then there's that middle ground where you're like kind of dating.
Like Bubby Brister years.
and none of the people you're dating afterwards are any like sort of wife materials. You just buy your time and you're doing on little dates. But what you really need to do is get you another quarterback.
And to do that, you got to tank.
You got to tank. And you just don't want to do it. Like, so you know what? I'm just going to be by myself and work on myself. I need to get a little smaller. I need to stack some money so I can attract a real woman. But you don't want to be by yourself at one point in time. You just like, it's kind of cold.
You know
it's winter.
You know how many wins New Orleans has against teams that are currently over 500?
I'd say they don't.
I don't know.
1.
0.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. Their best win of the year was early in the season against Seattle, who is now 500.
Yeah.
Now, Seattle, in fairness, Seattle was playing better earlier in the year.
Yeah.
But that's their best win. They've beaten Atlanta twice.
They beat Tampa, didn't they? The first time?
I think they lost both times.
Oh,
to
did
Tampa,
they? I thought they
think.
split.
And you know what's
Let's
so
see.
Cool? And
they
got
lost to
ball
Tampa
players.
2010,
and
they lost to them 17-16.
They got Kamara, and Chris Olave is playing.
Yeah, he's good.
Great.
He's playing at a high level.
And they beat the Rams. I mean,
the Rams are.
listen, Olave's a great player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Alvin Kamara's a really good player, but they don't have much else.
No.
I mean, Andy Dalton.
DeMario Davis.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
That was a big
I mean,
mistake by the Browns letting him go.
like we said, against every single team that the Browns have played this year, it's a game they could win. It's a game they could lose.
I mean, the
don't think
Browns
I'd be-
should win. They're at home, but
What's
it's certainly
the-
not a
what's the-
sure
what's the
thing.
spread?
They're a 3-point
3-point?
favorite.
Yeah.
There's a 3-point spread, and the over/under is now 31.5.
Lowest I've ever
Dropped
seen.
2
I've
points
I've
since
never
July.
seen anything below 33.
31 and
It
a
is
half.
the lowest, according to your boy Cleve TA, Bull.
Yeah.
It's the lowest he could find anywhere.
Wow.
Never seen a lower
I've never seen one lower.
over/under.
That's crazy.
And I've been
That
looking
is.
at lines for 40 years.
I've
I've never seen one that
One
low.
and a half.
They don't think much of our quarterback.
And guys, I wouldn't touch the over.
Nah.
Nah, how could you?
I wouldn't touch it.
I'd probably just stay
I'd
away
take
from
it.
that.
They're probably. I could see some special some defense touchdowns or something like that.
Magically.
Could.
I could see some interceptions.
It's going to be cold as hell, man.
Yeah.
Since that game last week, magically, I just feel confident in the Browns winning games where they don't score that many points. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's because of Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
So you think the defense, the last couple of efforts, that's not a fluke. This is who the defense is now.
Well,
They still can't stop the run.
they still can't stop the run.
And I
And
don't
if
know
you
why.
commit to the run,
Yeah.
you're
and I
going
don't
to
know why
beat the
they
Browns.
didn't.
And
Somebody
Baltimore
explain to
just
me why
didn't.
they didn't commit to the
Because
commit to
Greg
the run.
Roman lost his mind.
What happened?
He threw the ball 30 times, and they ran for 200 yards.
Like, why would they do that? I really don't understand. I didn't understand it when it was happening.
If I'm a Baltimore fan, I want Roman gone.
I don't understand that.
I thought about it. Like, I was watching these little prodigies that are with chess, right? And some of the chess prodigies, like you're like, what the heck is
Like in a
this?
park? Where were you
like,
watching?
No, it was on YouTube.
Okay,
like I
all
just
right.
watched it. Like I'm going down there, like the top 10. And
Bro,
so
you need some hobbies.
Yeah, right. I'm
That
watching
don't
chess.
include YouTube.
Oh, my
Hey,
God.
I'm watching chess prodigies.
Okay.
And so they talk about how when these prodigies are playing against the computer, right? Because the computer is so doggone good, they have this thing where they get mentally fatigued trying to think 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 steps above. So they make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And so the computer just capitalizes and wipes them down. It's not that the computer is that much better than those. It's the fact that you're a human.
It doesn't
and you
get
have,
tired.
That don't get tired and that can think under pressure. And I think some of these coordinators is just like that. You can't tell me that they don't know the game. Yes, they do. They know it. But what happens is they get mentally fatigued, and they're in those offices coming up with game plans. They sleep deprived. They sleeping under chairs.
But gee, we've seen that the Browns' defense is historically awful. And their run game they've got 2 running backs that average 9 yards per game. Even the in-game body of work was telling you, oh, we got to run.
Even if he brain farts, where's Harbaugh coming over and saying, hey, have you noticed that the
talked
Browns
about
are
that.
terrible?
We talked about
Well,
that.
And in particular, Dobbins, who looks reborn these last 2 games.
Yeah, he's healthy.
And what's his name? Gus Edwards is the other guy. Was it Gus Edwards?
Yeah,
it's
Edwards.
Gus Edwards.
Those 2 guys, if you take out the other, like the quarterback and the other guys, those 2 guys averaged 9 yards per carry in the game.
I don't know why they ever threw the ball. And they got a backup quarterback.
Yeah, who was terrible.
Who was, as we were pressuring him, and we don't pressure, but we were adding more pressure than we normally do, and he was flustered. It was obvious, and yet Greg Roman just kept sending one pass play in after another.
You ever heard this the phrase, hey, I'm going to get a fresh set of eyes to look at this?
Yeah.
And then somebody else will come in, and they don't need to be as experienced as you. They look at it and say, oh, well, you misspelled that.
So he didn't see the forest through the trees.
Nah, I'm confused.
And no one helped him see it.
And you need a dude like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they got guys, quality control guys.
13 carries, 125.
That's crazy.
Now, in fairness, he is coming back from some serious injuries.
That's crazy.
And maybe they have him on a pitch count. But Gus Edwards, he's fine.
Yeah, you could use him.
Could have. I mean, if he carried 25 times, he would have had 250 yards.
Again, I don't know. He is coming back from injury, so you can't. I don't think you can give it to him 25 times. But Gus Edwards was averaging 7 yards or 7.5 yards a carry. Give it to him more. You could have given Dobbins 3 more carries.
I just didn't understand it. I'll never understand it.
Guys, we got to get to Baker though.
You want to do that now?
My boy.
Do Baker, then we'll do top 5.
Okay.